Dependencies are the relationships between one or more objects to create permutations for a specific measure version within the eTRM. Upward dependency is the relationship between an object and one or more objects it depends upon. Downward dependency is the relationship between an object and one or more objects that depend upon it. To illustrate this principle, let's take a close look at the shared value table, effective useful life, and remaining useful life. At the top of the page, you can see that we are viewing version 22, which was approved July 20th, 2022 at 3:45 p.m. We can also see that this table is synchronized with the Deer database daily, and it was last synced August 16th, 2022 at 2:11 a.m. You can download a CSV of the shared value table by clicking Configure, then clicking Export. To view the dependencies for this version of the table, click Dependencies in the top menu. This is a shared value table, so the upward dependencies are the shared parameters that the table depends upon: effective useful life ID, EUL version, and EUL building type. You can see that this version of the table has 0 downward dependencies. To view the downward dependencies of previous versions of the table, click View All Downward Dependencies. Select the version of interest using the drop-down box, and click View Downward Dependencies. You can now see the measure versions that depend on this specific version of the table. Note that the visible versions must be either published measures or measures in which the user has been assigned a development role. You can open a specific measure version from this view by clicking on the measure name and then clicking View. After opening the measure, we can see that we are viewing the second version of the water pump upgrade measure. To see all the dependencies for this measure version, click Dependencies in the top menu. Here you can see all the shared parameters and shared value tables that this measure version depends on.